Welcome back to episode 162 of Chess Journeys, Tales of Adult Improvement. Here in Chess Journeys, we love to explore the glories of ratings gain, but we also dive into the plateaus and sometimes below that, the pits of despair. If you want to support the show, you can go to Patreon Chess Journeys. I want to thank our Queen level supporters, Tim Everett, Scott D4B6 Joe, Matt Bush, Jay Garrison, Don Rich Burgess, Brandon Hallside, Jeff Peterson, Tobias Rex, Bob Berger, Nicholas Harrigan, Rich, Bradley Fenner, Fletcher Ray, Nathan Peterson, Christian Glaw, Andrew Rimmer, Travel Mocha, Mohammed Ibrahim, Visant, and King level supporter Ian Samples. If you want to appear on the show, a great way to do it is to fill out the Google form in the show notes. I've been taking a lot of guests from there recently. And if you're interested in getting better at chess, which I think maybe you are, Noel Studer has several programs you can choose from. I've got a link in the show notes. You get a code for a discount. I get some rewards. Everyone wins. And we do have a new sponsor for this show. We've got chessbook.com. Chessbook.com is a great tool to help you build and learn your chess openings. What makes this tool unique is its goal to minimize the number of lines that you need to learn, prioritizing only the most common moves that you will see at your level. Once you've entered or imported your repertoire into the system, it will compare it to your games on Lichess and chess.com to instantly show you where you've been going wrong and train you on those lines. I'm working on a new white repertoire right now. I put some lines into Chessbook. It immediately helped me choose the most common responses at my level. Within a few minutes, I had a manageable version of my repertoire. What I really liked about it is once I put all the moves in, it showed me all the future moves. These are going to be your plans. There's a bunch of arrows going. I thought that was great. Then I noticed they had this cool feature. How are you doing with your openings? I was like, I'm doing great with my openings. So I clicked it, thinking it was going to be all good news. This week, it says that I'm playing 400 points below my ELO with the Carol Khan. And I was like, what? That's just wrong. And what I realized is, no, it isn't wrong. Apparently, the exchange variation that I tell myself and anyone who will listen to me, oh yeah, that's no problem. I win usually against that. Apparently, I've lost 16 of the last 17 times I've seen that variation. Work needs to be done. All right. Some other cool features that I really like are model games for your openings and the ability to add pre-made openings from sources like Gotham Chess, Eric Rosen, and my favorite YouTube opening source, Hanging Pawns. So what's best is that this thing is free to try up to the first 200 moves. After that, if you fall in love with chessbook.com, you can use the code SKULL20 for a 20% discount on a pro account for unlimited moves. If you're like me and you're looking to get more from your openings with less study time, then chessbook.com just may be the tool for you. All right, so chessbook.com is awesome, but you know who else is awesome? Jan. Not Jan Gustafsson. He's awesome too. We have a different, better Jan. Jan is Adult Improver. He's got a new YouTube channel called Chess Under Fire. And are you ready for this? He owns the most horses of any guest we've had at 2. Jan, how are you doing? Welcome to the show. And have you had a chance to play any chess yet today?
Good morning, Kevin. First, thank you for having me. It's really great. Love it. And no, I didn't play any chess as it's 5 o'clock in the morning here. So,
What? You didn't get up and play like a classical game at 3 in the morning? Okay,
no,
all right.
I was tempted.
Okay. I do appreciate you getting up at such an early hour to join us today. Very kind of you. This is the problem with time zones. But we made it happen. Jan was very generous. I got to start with this, Jan. Your horses, do they have cool chess names or are they just regular horses?
One is called Cox Cody McHugh. It's like a Western horse name.
Okay.
And the other one is Zipco Red Dun. So they're
Okay.
both quarter horses, not related to any chess, but I refer them as knights.
Okay. Excellent. Excellent. I was hoping you'd say something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jan, I often like to start with the backstory of my guests. So did you play at all as a child? Why don't you give us the tale of Jan's origin story? When did you learn chess?
Here we go. As most of your guests, I think I learned it from my father back when I was like 6 years old. And yeah, I tried my very best. I have a brother who's 2 years older than me, so I had well, I cannot say training partner because we just played without training. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And so basically at 9 or 10, I beat my father the first time, and then he stopped playing.
The first and last time.
Yes, and but he bought us one of the very first chess computers,
Hmm.
Mephisto, Yeah, and it was beeping nicely when you put in the moves and everything, so that was very cool. And I also remember that I had a notepad writing down my moves, but
Ooh.
I didn't know why I was doing that, so it didn't help a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, and yeah, basically that's my story. Then forever I played on and off without really studying. I had my father also got us Bobby Fischer teaches chess.
Okay.
Yeah. So I went through the whole book. I think yes, I did. And yeah, that's pretty much the story. I could
Okay.
tell you the full story like until now, but that would
We'll
probably take
get to
more
there in a
than
minute.
the time. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, I want to talk about your dad for a second. So it sounds fascinating. It sounds like he lost to you, but then he was like, "Now I will get you your next opponent." Did it
Yes, right.
feel like that? Was he like substituting the computer for himself?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, that's probably right.
Was he thinking like, "Ooh, Jan's gonna be a champion here"? Is that was, or was he just kind of like, "Jan likes
Mm.
chess. He beats me. I can't have that. My ego is too precious. I'll get him this
Uh,
computer."
my parents weren't so competitive. It was
Oh,
just like
okay.
if our children enjoy something, we support it, and if they continue with it, it's great, and if not, then that's fine. So that
Okay.
was all pretty relaxed. Yeah.
Nice.
Mm.
That sounds like my parenting style. I sometimes worry. Am I giving up the chance to help my daughter become the chess world champion? I don't know. Maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well.
But Kevin, recently I discovered, like last just 2 days ago, that I become competitive in chess. I
Ooh.
noticed that I'm kind of happy if I had a nice game. If I lose or not, it's kind of okay. Just if I spend my time well by thinking and
Mhm.
just enjoying it. If I have an online opponent, I imagine them to also be happy while playing. Yeah. And I'm mostly happy while playing and regardless of the result. But um, I'm a member of the Chess Dojo program. Yeah.
Okay.
And we play the Bundesliga in Lichess.
Hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with it. It was where the pandemic it was founded, yeah, and was huge in the beginning, I was told, because I was not into chess back then, but still they have a league. It takes place every Thursday and Sunday, and it's always bliss 5+0, 3+2, 3+0, and
Mhm.
it changes in between. And yeah, we were playing with the dojo team, and just this Sunday for the very first time I noticed I hated to lose because I'm really bad at chess. Yeah, like I'm classical lead chess 750, something around that,
Okay.
and I get beaten up all the time. Yeah, because there are so much better rated players in there, and yeah, for now I think I like to become competitive and start winning against others. So that would be really nice for change. Yeah.
That's really interesting. So before this newfound fire, you
Mhm.
just enjoyed the process of playing chess, win or lose.
Moving pieces is great. I love it to sit in a real board with the pieces and just move with them. I become like a small child, like, hey, these are nice pieces looking great, and I can move it here and so on. That's cool.
Okay.
And if I then have a great game with lots of tactics and something is happening which I find exciting, then I had a good game if I don't blunder right away.
That sounds
Yeah.
amazing.
Mm.
What? Don't give up on that. I wish I
Yeah.
could play chess that way. Instead, I became this maniac who's obsessed with winning.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So I guess you're becoming one of us, one of the maniacs. Okay.
Yeah.
Let before we get to when you pick chess back up, how long was it between when you sort of were playing as a kid and today? How long of a period are we looking at?
Hmm. I was more or less always playing, just with the long breaks, like 2 or 3 years in between, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you
And
say always playing, do you mean like with your friends, or were you going to like chess clubs and competing in tournaments?
no, I basically played with the computer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have really very small experience with playing on the board chess. Yeah,
Hmm.
except when I played with my brother when I was younger and my father back then. But yeah, usually I play. yeah, either, well, 2000, I bought Chess Master 8000. I don't know if you remember it. It was a
Oh,
great program. Loved it. Yeah.
okay.
And by now I really regret it because I recently found it on YouTube, of course. Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody just recorded it, put it on, and they put on the learning section of the program by Josh Waitzkin,
Okay.
and it's excellent. Like it's really, really good. Yeah. And I remember that I didn't see a single piece of it when I had the software. I was just playing, finding it very interesting. And it was the first time, more or less, that I went online, and because they also had an online chess service where you can play others.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that was exciting, of course, for the very first time when the internet came up and everything. So yeah, I played lots against the computer there,
Okay.
and then I joined the Internet Chess Club.
And in
Yeah.
that time, I mean,
Mhm.
you said on Chess Master you didn't take advantage of the learning features, but were
Mhm.
you reading books? Were you doing tactics? Were you doing anything to try to get better? Or was it just kind of like chess is a fun thing I do? I play chess, and then when I'm not playing chess, I do the other things in my life.
That's 100% correct. Yeah, I was really never into really learning. Yeah, I was just into, okay, I know the rules and I know how to play, kind of. Yeah, but it never brought me, of course, to a decent level. Yeah, but I enjoyed it a lot. I know because I was always intrigued, and that's what kept me to keep on playing once in a while. Yeah,
Okay.
and yeah, and once I discovered Lichess, of course, it started with lots of wasting time with Blitz.
Okay. So it sounds like
Mm,
you had a pretty long stretch of kind of like an off and on periods of playing, just having fun with the game. When
yeah.
did that sort of shift to this sort of like I want to get better mindset?
Hmm. Really, when I joined the Chess Dojo in last November, I think.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
last
so
November.
there, and I just randomly browsed the internet. I think somehow I stumbled upon, oh, there's a Chess Dojo. What is that?
Hmm.
And I read it and was really, yeah, again, intrigued to try it out and see what it is like. And what I was always missing is a clear structure of what to do, basically. I
Hmm.
never really knew it. Yeah, again, Bobby Fischer teaches chess in the early 80s was nice, but
Mm-hmm.
somehow I forgot about it. I never really read chess books. Yeah, I mean, I have several chess books, but they're kind of untouched. Yeah, I'm more of a collector here, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And
I've got
yeah,
some.
so basically, the chess dojo with their training structure brought me into it, and yeah, I think it's just a great program. As I know, you're also, are you still a member or
I am a member, but I'm one of those weird members that like doesn't do all the things they say you should do, which all look amazing, by the way. It's just,
Yeah,
I'm doing my own thing. I'm sure if I did their thing, I'd actually
yeah,
get better at
yeah.
chess.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first started out, it was the same. I was doing it religiously. Yeah,
Mhm.
like spending 2, 3, 4 hours a day,
Oh,
yeah, on ticking off the tasks,
hmm.
yeah, and getting that done. So, yeah, but then it faded somehow, yeah, especially the Made in Twos by Polgar.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I kind of found, I know it's fantastic if you are able to do that and staying at it. And I hopefully, if I find the time, will again try it to go through them. But yeah, it's just that I don't really have the time. As we said, we had the two horses. So basically, what's my day like? I wake up at like 7 a.m. Yeah, then I do some sports, work all day. Then my girlfriend comes home. We go to the horses. Takes 2 3 hours. Yeah.
Oh,
Then
wow.
we're home at like 8 p.m. And then of course some quality time. And then it's time for chess. So it's kind of limited. Yeah.
Mm.
So that's basically it. Mm.
So with this limited time, interesting to me, you put in your Google form, I asked how many hours a day or a week do you do chess? And you said between 0 and 20 hours per week. That's a large range. 0 is a very small number, and
It
20
is.
is a pretty big number. So what
Mm.
does that mean for you? Is it like after a long day, some days you're just fired up and do a couple hours, and other days you're like, no, sorry, I just can't do any.
Yeah, that's absolutely it. So sometimes I just waste it after work, and then
Yeah.
I just say, no, I really want to. And here comes the fun part. Kevin, I sometimes sit in the car back home, yeah, and I really am so intrigued that I'm happy to come home and finally being able to study chess. Yeah, like I'm thinking of, well, it's great if I learn this tonight and
Mhm.
so on. So it's a really, really, yeah, just a way of spending a great rest of the day in the evening. And sometimes it's just zero wasted, no chance. And sometimes I just sit here starting at 8 p.m. and then it just goes on, goes on, goes on, goes on. Then it's 2 a.m. in the morning,
Ooh,
and
wow.
I'm like, oops, ah. So yeah, but that's why I have 0 hours or a lot of hours, and so
Okay.
it's very addictive. Usually, I guess you know.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
very fascinating to me. Does that mean you do not feel like pressure of like, ooh, I got to do something every day? You're just kind of like, I take it as it comes. It's a fun thing in my life. I do it when I'm in the mood, and I don't do it if I'm not in the mood.
mm. It's never a pressure, yeah, and I'm 100% self-motivated. I really well, here again, earlier on, I was not so much into the competitive part of chess, but more in the, well, intellectual kind of process. Yeah, like I'd like to do something with my head instead of watching TV. Yeah, so I usually don't watch TV at all, and just like to spend my time with something I find productive, and if it yeah keeps my head going, yeah, so that's perfectly fine to me. Absolutely, yeah. Mm,
Yeah. I admire your approach. For some reason, I feel a lot of
mm,
personal pressure that I put on myself. Like,
mm,
if I don't do chess today,
mm,
what? What do you mean you didn't do chess today? You wasted an
mm.
opportunity to get better. So,
Yeah, true, true, true. And I noticed that I had a moment, I think, with that because I enrolled into, or yeah, I signed up for the German Amateurs Chess Championship, yeah,
ooh,
in January this year, I think, and it took place in May. So I thought it might be good if I put in as many chess training hours as possible before that. Yeah,
okay.
I learned my first openings,
Ooh.
and yeah, then just went there without having any experience on the board or over the board. Yeah, and it was just a super nice experience, and I know how excited I was before going there. And there I really felt some kind of pressure because my goal was get at least a draw out of the 5 points.
Okay, okay. At least it was low expectations. I like that.
Yeah. Mhm.
And did you meet your expectations?
Yes, I did
Okay.
because I
Excellent.
got a what's it called if the first player is absent?
Oh, you got like a buy?
Yes, first
Okay.
round, which was very
Okay.
disappointing, but I got my point. And then
Okay.
this is a very fun story to me because the first game I played um, was against, well, kind of younger girl, I'd say, like 14, 15 or so.
Mhm.
And for the first hour, I did like 8 moves or so because I was so afraid to make a bad move. Yeah.
Okay.
And then when I noticed, oh, time also plays a role here. Yeah. I sped up and then I blundered my queen at move 16 because of that, I
Oh,
guess.
oh
And then I
no.
noticed she's wearing a t-shirt and it had a crying boy and a text, boys do cry. And I cried inside, Kevin. I cried. Mm.
Okay. All right.
So
Well,
yeah, but I got like 2.5 points out of that.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got
And
2.5
and
points first over the
yeah,
board tournament.
second game, I blundered my bishop at move 16.
Okay.
Third game, I blundered a pawn at move 16 also. I think it was a coincidence, but you never know.
Could be a
Uh,
pattern.
and yeah. And the last game was so great. It was really wonderful because he sacrificed his knight,
Hmm.
attacking my king side, just getting rid of my pawn structure, and then he was full swing on attack. And it was so exciting that basically we later agreed upon a draw.
Oh, okay.
And we both said we didn't want to go the other one home crying. Yeah, because it was the last game of the tourney, and we
Okay.
really hugged each other at the end of the game because we were so exhausted and so happy that we got this over with. And I don't know if you know, but at the German Chess Championship, they amateur chess championship, they always have like chess celebrities there who are
Okay.
going to analyze the games.
That's fun.
And we went to a female national team player, Lara Schulze, and she analyzed it. We immediately noticed, oh, this was not so good, this was great, and so on.
Yeah.
And now it's great to see her on the team for the Olympiad. And I can say, well, I met her and got a selfie and everything. It was really cool. Yeah.
She analyzed my game because it was that good. You know, she wanted me on the Olympic team. I just was busy. Yeah,
You never know when the invitation comes in.
never know.
Yeah.
I am curious about something else. You said like you were just kind of doing your thing playing chess, and then you joined the Chess Dojo.
Mhm.
What caused you to look for something like the Chess Dojo? Was there something in you like, I want to get better at this? Did you just completely stumble across the Chess Dojo and then just be like, oh, wow, actually, this program looks so good. I'd never really thought about getting better, but I want to join
Mhm.
this program.
First of all, is what was my motivation to spend more time with chess? I guess it was because something else ended, and I was on the side while working as an IT consultant, bid manager, requirements engineer, and all that IT stuff.
Mhm.
I worked on the side as a music manager for a two-time Grammy-winning jazz pianist from New York.
Okay.
Yeah. And with the pandemic, it all got kind of low, and
Mm.
we stopped that work. And then I kind of was not stumbling around, but I had more free time than usual.
Okay.
And I was just like wondering, what do you like to do with your time? And I said, well, the chessboard is full of spider webs. Yeah. And why not reactivate that? And
Okay.
that probably started it. And then the structured training program, I think that was it, because I
Yeah.
thought, well, maybe you can be good at chess, you just don't know how. Yeah. And I'd like to tick off items on a list. And that's basically what the chess dojo to a large part is to me. You get well, you need to get an initial rating,
Hmm.
and then you get the individual task that you need to take off, and eventually you become better. And yeah, that was the main part. And the second part is I didn't know that at the time of joining. I noticed it while being in the dojo training program. It's the camaraderie and the support you get there. It's so amazing. So whenever I have a position where I don't know, I got a friend, shout out to Quadexi. He's my best dojo friend, I say.
Okay.
We do sparring in the evening and so on. And sometimes we just stumble upon a situation where we notice, okay, this is right.
Hmm.
This is the best move, but we have no clue why it is the best move. Yeah. And then we just write it into the Discord channel of the dojo. And usually one, especially again, shout out to knows all.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been on the podcast before. He does know
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. So within like 15, 20 minutes, you really get an answer that is understandable.
Nice.
And so that's another part that I really like about the program. Also, the motivation you get as you can, of course, put in your tasks, what you did, and others are able to comment on that. So that is also tremendous motivation.
Yeah.
In the morning, you start up the computer and take a look at the chess dojo. Did someone comment? What did he say? And so on. It's great. I like it. Mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So it sounds like the best social media ever. It's all positive interactions.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm,
I would totally agree with the camaraderie part. I think no
mm,
matter what you decide to do as your chess improvement, having that team element just helps so much. You know, I
yeah.
have my local club and I have a lot of friends there, and yeah, and I also agree the whole sparring system of the dojo.
Mm,
Those are the things that I regret haven't taken advantage of enough. The sparring thing seems amazing. You're just like, oh,
mhm,
I've got an end game position that I need to work on. Okay,
mhm,
let's do it. We'll go back and forth a few times. I think that's
yeah.
such a great piece
Mm.
of the program. All right, so let's talk about progress. What do you think? Do you feel like you've made a fair amount of progress towards this goal of getting better at chess in the last couple of years?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
So when I entered the dojo, of course, I started learning, and they have a nice chart where they show a graph of your elo, and it goes up or down. And mine didn't go up; mine went low. Yeah,
Oh,
or lower at least. So why? I have no clue, but I guess it's just because I participate in the Chess Dojo Classical Open tourney.
oh,
Yeah, and
yeah.
I'm frequently playing against higher rated players. I
Yeah.
lose and rating goes down, but my chess ability goes up.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So it's not reflected within a chart or a number, but I'm definitely improving 100%. And just recently, as you mentioned earlier on, I built a chess channel, YouTube, Twitch, and so on. And this kind of a funny story. I always had a dream, yeah, that I wanted a master, regardless what level, but he needed to be a master or she needed to be a master. I wanted a live commentary like all the pros do on chess.com and so on. I felt it
Mhm.
very, very cool. I wanted to have that for myself. And so I went through the teachers list on Lichess. I scrolled like 10 miles down. Yeah, well, found some people I said, well, I could imagine that would be a nice fit. I wrote to 10 or 15 masters, and some got back, some didn't. And then I found I am Jurica Serbic. He's originally from Croatia, now living in Ireland. And yeah, we agreed upon doing that. Yeah. And I remember how excited I was. Yeah. Because I was playing in front of my computer. I know he's commentating live. And the fun part here is, I think you had it in your program that someone also had a chess channel and was also working with someone more experienced. And you said,
Mhm.
how great would it be if those two would work together more frequently to get
Yeah.
both opinions?
Right.
So we mixed that up. And the fun part here is, I put off my headphones. I don't hear what he's saying,
Mm.
but while he's live commentating, yeah, I'm giving my thoughts. So I just turn on my microphone and
Hmm.
say, "Hey, Yuritsa, this is Jan, and here are my thoughts of the position."
Oh, that's
And
really
then
cool.
then everyone gets the perfect amateur mind, yeah, like
Yeah.
having no clue. And it's so fun to rewatch the video on demand,
Yeah.
yeah, and see what is he thinking about my thoughts. Sometimes I think he's chuckling inside, yeah, and he's often starts with, "Oh, this is interesting."
Yeah.
So
Well, that's
which-
a ridiculous thing to say.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'd like that a lot. And originally it was planned that it was a one-time thing,
Hmm.
but now we have a full-blown partnership, and we do everything
Nice.
together on the channel. And we do all kinds of stuff, which is so exciting. Just recently, we put out a chess audiobook.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And basically, I have ideas of stories, and I just put it into Google's Gemini,
Hmm.
and it gives me a full story. Then we just have the audio voice by 11 Labs. We put it all together, and
Wow.
it's great. I like to love it. I like to listen to it a lot, because I don't know what Gemini put out. Yeah, and as I was saying before,
Yeah.
um, we're going to the horses, to the stable,
Hmm.
and usually I listen to either music or your podcast.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's really nice to spend it. And just recently, I have my own audiobook to listen to. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So when you say you're using Gemini, so it's something like you feed it a whole bunch of ideas, maybe
Yes,
characters, plot
yes,
twists, that kind of
yes,
stuff,
correct.
and then
Yes.
the
Mm.
AI sort of builds the actual story out of that information.
Yeah, you tell them like, I'd like a story with 15,000 words, and then it just puts it out. Mm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Sounds really cool.
Because there are not
Um,
too many chess fiction books out there.
yeah, there really
Mm.
aren't. And
Mm.
I mean, you might have heard of the Queen's Gambit. It's pretty good. But other than that, we've got like
Yeah.
Jesse
Mm.
Cry's book,
Mm.
and I don't know of any other
Mm.
ones. Maybe there are some that I'm just missing.
Yes, there are, but yeah, as I said, limited, like 5 to 10 or so.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
interesting. Um,
Mm.
I am curious about this chess channel. What I'm most curious about is, do you feel like when you listen back, do you feel like you learn a lot? Like you're like, oh wow, that is a good point. My thinking process was all wrong. And now I can hear my thinking process. And then I can hear the critique of my thinking process. And now I can alter it.
Yes, absolutely. That is so much worth the time because basically that's what you want to have anyway, don't you? I
Yeah.
mean, the dojo program says, well, you need to analyze your own games. Yeah. And it takes me forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once I'm into it, I can easily spend like 3, 5, 10 hours on a single game.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
And I don't have the time. I enjoyed that process a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's a little nicer. I'm sorry, Jesse, just to okay, just to have my own. It's not a teaching thing, yeah. So basically, we never had a teaching lesson, Yuritsa and I.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always just Jan watches the video afterwards after the game ended, and so I know exactly why did I do this move and what does the master say to it? And that's
Yeah.
how I really learn. And yeah, so basically, I get two things in once. I can tick off the review session of the dojo training program list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I learn immediately with that too. And what's also very nice is you asked me, like, did my rating go up once I started playing in the dojo? What I also want to add here is that usually I do chat moderation if Yuritsa plays Title Tuesdays and so on. Yeah. And I watch a lot of his games, and he is able, I don't know how. I mean, I don't know how all the chess players are able to do that. They talk while playing.
Yeah.
I have no clue how they're doing it, but that is so tremendously instructive. Yeah.
Yeah.
And by watching so many of the games, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
um, I just learn by watching, which is great. Yeah. And
Okay.
I really notice my rating also going up
Oh,
lately.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
So,
cool.
so, so that is also a big plus for having your own channel.
Yeah, a couple of interesting content ideas for you. You could
Mm.
do a thing where after a game or after a couple of games,
Mhm.
he isolates the biggest problems he's seeing, and then you stream like a lesson where you've just seen the game where he's identified my weak points. He built
Mhm.
a lesson, and now here's the next step. That could be kind of cool.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, actually, yeah, cool. What we're doing is, if you play the tournament and notice the pattern, yeah,
Yeah,
we put
exactly.
out the power of the double bishops,
Hmm.
yeah, and power of endgames, power of what's it called in English? The discovered check or discovered attacks. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so he just shows how often really does it come up in real life? Because in
Oh,
the
okay.
book it's always kind of theoretical.
Yeah,
Yeah. And here it's given by the practical example. Yeah. Mm.
yeah, that's really cool.
Mm.
Let's talk about what resources you use then for your improvement. It sounds like a big one is this person who sort of functions as your coach, whether or not they're specifically coaching you. That sounds like
Mm.
coaching to me, giving you live feedback like that you get to see.
Mhm.
Um, are you doing any tactical work? Are you working on your end games or reading books or any other
Mm.
strategies to improve?
Yeah. One of my strategy is collecting Chessable courses.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm good at
Yeah.
that too. I've got a
Yeah.
lot of them.
Yeah, right. But if I take a look at how many minutes of video did you watch, or how many of the variations did you do, it's always 0 and 0.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think you're
So
supposed to open them at least.
yeah, yeah, I know. So basically, that is one strategy. So when I find the time, I like to do that. So Kostya's Endgame course was great.
Okay.
Yeah, I went through the first chapters and then we started the channel. And once the channel was really starting, I didn't have so much time to study chess. But as I heard, it's tactics, 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 tactics. Yeah, so I enjoy doing tactic puzzles whenever I have the time. Also, yesterday we had a stream where I was doing a recap of my first round of the Chess Dojo Classical tournament.
Hmm.
And then I showed how to put your blunders into your own chessable course.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
because I do that. And then Lichess suggested training because of those blunders, I guess. And I went through the puzzles Lichess gave, and Timpe, another Chess Dojo member, was so nice to go along with me in that stream and help me point out, like, Jan, if you dig a little bit more here, you're on
Mhm.
the right track, and so on. So that's it. Yeah. And for the first time ever, I learned openings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like usually I play, it's called King's Indian Attack, which seemed to be a Reti, yeah, and Scandinavian and Dutch. And but still, I really don't think it's worth that much at my level, because I kind of know the moves, but I don't
Mhm.
really have the motives behind it. And sometimes I mix up moves and so on. And so basically, my strategy is play something weird so your opponent is out of book, and then you can start. So.
Okay.
mm,
And so then from there, you generally just using opening principles, kind of develop my pieces, get the center, the
Yeah.
castle, this kind of stuff.
Yes. 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 If I able to remember them, then I'm doing that. Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay.
And I
Well,
don't know if you know, but one chessable course I went through all the way because we covered it for our channel was everything you need to know about chess by I am Danny Ranch.
yeah, I haven't looked at that one yet. Did
Yeah.
you find that to be helpful?
I thought it is amazing because it is for beginners.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh, I learned lots of stuff in there. Yeah. And
Nice.
I don't would really say I'm a beginner. I mean, it tells you how to move the pieces and where
Okay.
do you find E2 on the board and so on. But at
Mhm.
the end of the course, it takes you to a full-blown analysis of Vasily So against Gary Kasparov.
Oh,
Yeah. And I thought, wow, this is really, really cool. And I can only recommend it to everyone who is interested in chess and doesn't really know how to study or so. It's really just a good start of your journey. And it's amazing because they say it's a 1 hour lesson. Yeah.
oh
And
wow.
to go through all the material, the written material and the video took us 9 hours.
I was
Mm,
gonna say, it sounds
yeah.
like from being able to move the pieces to a
Mm,
full analysis of a GM
mm,
game,
yeah.
that
Yeah.
sounds like
Mm.
more than an hour's worth of material to me.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Very
It's
interesting.
nice. Yeah.
Um, how about end games? Have you dealt with end games at all yet? Or are you kind of like, ah, I'll get to those later when I get to end games?
Funny that you say it. I hate end games from all my heart. Yeah.
Okay.
And usually, once I reach an end game, I'm kind of, oh no, now I'm going to lose.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
And
Yep.
and but also again, recently it got better.
Okay.
Yeah. And I went through what's it? The book where you are given material according to your rating.
Oh, the
And
Jeremy Silman book?
yes, it is. Yeah, correct. Yeah, so I went through all the chapters until they say stop. It's not your rating. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that helped, of course. But I sometimes find myself in games where I say, "Oh no, this is probably in the book, but it's not in my rating." So now I'm lost. Yeah, and but again, it's getting better. Also, I wrote a message to Jesse in the Chess Dojo Discord when I lost an end game and saying, "Hey, here you go." Yeah,
Hmm.
and he just replied like saying, "Jan, did you have a plan?" And I said, "Nope." And so he said, "Well, better start having a plan if you don't
Yeah.
know what to do." And
That
so
does
that
seem
kind
like
of
a great first step. Have a plan.
yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Do I have another? Yeah, I did the end game training by Kostya on Chessable.
Hmm.
At least I started it going through the first chapters. I think it's really, really good getting the patterns in.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's basically what I do. So openings are bad, end games are bad, middle game I'm probably also bad. I don't know, but it's getting better.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're all bad at everything. There's
Yeah,
two
yeah,
degrees, right? Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I have to share this with you today.
Mm,
Before we went on, I played a blitz game. I
mm,
was crushing somebody. I hung my knight, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, I hung my knight." But I had
mm,
four pawns and a king. He had a king and a knight. Okay, so
mhm,
I hung my
mm,
knight, and now this is the material, and I'm still crushing him. Then I hang a
mhm.
pawn, and then I hang another pawn.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm just like, what is going on? Well, now I've clearly lost, right? And I hit
Yeah.
resign.
Mhm.
And then I go through the analysis, and then after I hang the second pawn, it's like it's a draw now. And I was like, "What? He's gonna get
Ah,
both pawns?" And then I was like, "You've got to be kidding me! He doesn't have mating material. What is wrong with me?"
yeah, what a
So
shame. It
that is
happens.
the most basic problem you could have in an endgame. You don't even recognize that your opponent doesn't have enough material to mate you, and you resign anyway.
Mhm.
Chess is hard, man. Chess is hard. Chess is hard. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess my next question for you is about tournament. So it sounds like you played that amateur tournament in
Mhm.
May. Have you
Mhm. Mhm.
played many over the board tournaments, or is that it? You just played in your one tournament?
It well, it was my very first classical, yeah,
Mm,
and well, I thought it might be a good idea to join a chess club.
okay.
Yeah, so I joined a chess club, a local chess club here in January, and by now I'm out of the chess club again. Um, so
What
it
did you
was just
do? Why'd they kick
it
you out?
it was just really not for me.
Okay.
Well, they kind of met once a week, and I didn't have time for those meetings because of the horses.
Yep.
So I'm kind of a online game. I'm full swing online, doing everything online, and they were kind of not into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I basically stopped that. But it was nice because another friendly chess club around the corner has beginners blitz tournaments to get your FIDE rating.
Oh, that's cool.
I went there and I got like FIDE 18, 20,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
out of that. So that was really nice. And there was also a second one. And I was thinking like maybe it was just all luck in the first
Mhm.
one, but yeah, I only went down 3 points after that one. So I'm kind of happy with that, and I really enjoy those things. Yeah, it's just great. You go there, you play for 2 hours, meeting new people, playing over the board, which is again totally different than online. But for me, it's an amazing experience. And then, of course, the yeah, in May the classical tournament, and that's my online, my over the board experience. That's all. Nothing else. No.
Does
Mm.
your FIDE rating match your online blitz ratings, or are they quite a bit different?
I'm now at 1740 at Lichess Blitz.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's interesting. So it sounds like your FIDE rating is quite a bit higher, which, I don't know, that surprises
Mm,
me. I would assume FIDE ratings
mm,
are sort of the reverse, but
yeah,
that's
yeah.
interesting. Okay.
And I have a funny story of my second Blitz over the board tourney. I played a child, like 10 years old or so,
Yeah.
and I was trying to really be fast in the opening. I blundered everything. Like within the first 5 moves, I lost a rook, a bishop, and everything.
Oh, wow.
And he had a straight face. And when the game was over, he just looked at me. What was that? And left.
Okay.
I just like, okay, thank you. Uh, mm,
That's great.
uh,
Not only does the little kid beat you,
mm,
they talk some smack.
yeah. But I'm really not impressed by who I play. Yeah, I really try to play the position.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't care if it's children or old people who beat me. It's just someone. Mm,
Okay. Just
yeah.
having fun
Yeah.
playing chess.
Mm,
All right, fair enough.
yes, correct. Yeah. Mm,
I guess I'm
mm,
curious what kind
mm,
of goals you have with chess. It's you're such an interesting person where it feels
mhm,
like you're more
mm,
just playing chess because you enjoy it. Do you
mhm, mhm,
have ratings goals, or are your goals
mm,
like I want to enjoy chess?
mm. Mm. I have a very strange goal and I'm hesitating. Of course, I'm telling you, but I'm building up the
I won't
excitement
tell
here.
anyone.
Okay, yeah, here we go. So I do triathlon. Yeah, so whenever I have time, I like to do sports a lot. And in triathlon, the age group thing is very big. Yeah, so when you finish, when you're going over the finish line and you're kind of old, I think everybody says, "Oh, that's kind of great that he still keeps doing that."
Yeah.
So if I now go to my chess goals, yeah, there is the World Amateur Chess Championship in a hotel in Greece, 5-star resort, yeah, every year. And
Fun.
if I'm 80 years old and doing well there, that's my goal.
Okay. Okay, so it's not a
Uh,
specific rating goal. It's in
mm,
the 80-year-old bracket to
mm,
still be competitive.
yes, correct.
Okay.
So that would be great. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, that's a
And
very
Jurica, the international master I'm doing the channel with, he also asked me just very recently, like, Jan, you're now 70-50 kind of in the Blitz rating. What is your goal? And of course, um, give a guess, Kevin, what is my goal? It's the
keep going.
magic.
Oh,
It's
2000.
it. Yes, of course. Yeah, yeah. Mm,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Everyone wants to be 2000, right?
Mm, yeah, yeah. Mm. So yeah, basically that's it. And otherwise, I think that might change sooner or later because I really feel myself becoming more competitive.
Hmm,
Yeah. And yeah, one dream, of course, would be getting any master title.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is not for now, absolutely not. And maybe it's then too late, but I always say it's never too late for something. So you never know.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
And
So
if
you
Yuritsa hears this, it's probably very funny for him. Like, yeah, Jan, give it a try. Mm,
are
mm,
Yeah, it feels like masters
mm,
especially are a little bit dismissive of master goals. And I kind of get it. It's
mm,
like you're like,
mm,
my goal is to be as good as you. And you're like, what? You're
mm.
not gonna be as good as me. Come on, who are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
So,
understand. All right. Well, it
yeah,
sounds
but in general, it's really just enjoying chess. So, yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Mm,
Sounds like you're doing a great
mm,
job of sort of upholding your goal of just enjoying chess, enjoying the process.
mm, yeah.
This coaching situation slash
Mm,
YouTube channel you have going
mm,
on,
yeah.
it feels like it's going to really accelerate that process. I think we all need to have our own YouTube
Mm,
channel with a coach who's just
mm,
telling us every step of the way. No, 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 that's all wrong. It sounds
uh,
amazing. I'm going to
and
start one tomorrow. So let me
mm,
know if anyone out there wants to do it. No one has to
yeah.
watch it. We don't have to post the videos. They're just for me.
Mm. Yeah, true, true, true. And somehow I manage always to find something that really motivates me. And it always happens by accident or by chance. I heard it by chance. So in early 2000, I thought of like, Jan, if you'd like to train chess, maybe it's good to have a good chess visualization.
Okay.
So I took a look at the internet. If I find a quiz script, I
Hmm.
found one, and then I just hard coded it to having a chess visualization training thing. Yeah. And then I put it online. It was well received. It was on the Google first search entry, search result.
Hmm.
Got like 500,000 viewers within a year.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
And then I contacted the programmer of that quiz script, and we built a shareware program. It was called Chess Visualization Training, Chess I.
Hmm.
It was sold over via 5 online shops worldwide, and it paid for the gas of our car for the next 10 years. So
Very
that was
good.
kind of really nice. Yeah, and then it stopped when Windows 10 came out, and the programmer said it's just too much work to get it fit for
Updated.
Windows 10, so we stopped that. And in the meantime, I was yeah, having a very nice experience because there was the press conference for the World Championship match between Kramnik and Leko in 2004,
Oh
and
wow.
it was a closed event. I thought, how can I get into there? And yeah, I basically wrote to all chess magazines.
Hmm.
Yeah. Like, hey, it's taking place. Do you like some pictures and maybe a little something?
Yeah.
And a Russian chess magazine answered, and so we got a press accreditation.
Oh.
Yeah, for that. I went into there, got my selfie with Kramnik and Leko, and also did a very short interview, photos, and so on. So that was all very, very cool. And of course, I'm highly motivated after such an event, and then it fades again, and so on. So it goes up and down. And yeah, somehow I just managed to find those little things that motivate me. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you thought at all about getting sort of back into chess journalism and going to the world championship that's coming up or anything like that?
Mm, I like to see what's happening. So recently, just 80 kilometers away, there was the Fisher Random, not
Hmm.
championship, but
Yeah.
at Weissenhaus. I probably think you covered it. Yeah, with Magnus and everyone else playing.
Hmm.
So the tickets there was like 500 euros per day.
Wow.
I'm just like, okay, I'm interested in chess, but not that much. Yeah.
For a spectator, was 500 euros per day?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Mhm.
I am so impressed with them that they could charge
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah, but it was really a very rare event and a VIP ticket. Yeah, so they only offered VIP tickets. So
Ah,
probably that's it. Also with meet and greet with the players and everything. So it
yeah,
was really intriguing. I thought about it, but then they said, well, I can watch it online. So I watch it online. Yeah.
and it probably was not 500 euros to watch online.
Nope.
Okay, okay.
Though
All
I
right.
felt it was worth it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks, Jan. Thanks so much for coming on. I really enjoyed this interview. It's a lot of fun to hear from people who are able to make progress without being so obsessed and serious. I don't, it feels to me like you're just having fun. When you're in the mood to do chess, you do it. When you're not, you don't. In many ways, I wish I could channel my inner Jan.
Go ahead. No one's stopping you.
I know that's the saddest part. No one's coming to my house like, Kevin, did you do your tactics today? You didn't? Oh no, right? No one cares.
Yeah.
It's all me. It's all me. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Jan, thanks so much. And for all of you out there, I hope this is the week where you gain piles of rating points or just channel your inner Jan and have a great time with chess. If not, come back next week. We'll have another guest for you. And hope you have a great one, everyone. Goodbye.